A very good evening and welcome to the final, this time it's actually the final, live stream game here at the Trio Invitational and U24 Championships. My name is Isaac and I have with me Ryan to be with you through this game today. We are coming from Putrajaya Equestrian Park in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and we have a very exciting game from the Under 24 category for you this evening between Shazam and Jailbreakers.
That's right, we're live here, all right, watching the final crossover games as a result of their pool games early on. This is their final matchup for today, and this will determine whether they would advance, which team would advance to the upper brackets and which team will traverse to the bottom bracket. Here we have Jailbreakers in pink, warming up their throws, and Shazam wearing black. Right there, Shazam giving a wave to the live stream camera. Oops, and a changeover.
Looking at the past games for the Jailbreakers, they have won 2 out of 3 of their games in their group. They beat Zealous Spark 12-7, they beat Huck In and Out 13-4, but they lost to the Sarawak Under 24 mixed team 4-9.
Nevertheless, they are a strong team. Looking at the stats, looking at hearing words about them, right? They are a steady team for the U24, and they are actually from Hong Kong. And yeah, this team, coming together, they want to prove themselves, and really, this is the game to really tell apart whether they would be on the upper bracket or lower bracket. Truly, the game to decide, the game that's necessary for them to win, really.
Yep. Over on the other side, Shazam not having very good luck with their games so far, having lost 3 games. But if they are able to bring those losses back up and win this game, they will be able to advance up instead. So it really is their game to win at this point, with nothing else to lose.
Indeed, it is. All right, as the game begins, we'll see what this Jailbreakers and as well as Shazam got to put on the table for us. Starting with a pull. A huge pull by Jailbreakers, floating, having that long airtime. Jailbreaker immediately starting off with their setup on the defense and manages to pressure Shazam to a turnover.
Yeah, I think for that one, the reset handler ran upline, but there was not a lot of any other players coming down to help the handler in that case. So now, Jailbreakers having the offense stuck on the sideline a little bit. Will they reset? And it's a nice inside reset throw back to closer towards the middle.
Yes, the handler being composed, showing no hesitation, no sign of fear whatsoever. Brings the disc forward by a bit and an upline to, and he overshots the disc.
A little bit of hastiness on both sides of the teams at the moment, but it could be nerves from just the beginning of the game. Maybe we'll see, hopefully they warm up to it and we'll get to see those nice flows that we are used to from some of these teams.
Yes, please, both of these teams are on their last leg for today. They have played a total of 3 games. This is their 4th, so I can only imagine the fatigue that's going through their body right now, trying to push through, trying to win this final crossover game. Both teams wants it bad, and let's see who comes up on top. Shazam with the catch from a ham throw, looking to swing, but overthrows and a layout grab by Shazam.
A full extension, fully instinctive, grabbing that at the last moment.
But a failed catch from Shazam. A very vital mistake that might cost them this point. Will Jailbreakers manage to finally convert this?
Pulling the looks to be like, it's a bit of a call. They're gonna have to talk it out here.
Well, he extended his arm to what seems to be like almost a violation call, but never mind. The game continues on.
They started off with a bit of a stack, but now it seems that there's not too much structure. Hopefully they'll be able to get back to a bit of what they would like. But a straight throw right down the middle gets them to the front of the end zone right now.
Jailbreak looking for options down the field, but not too successful. Back to the handler at the back. An upline throw, and there's a pick call on the middle of the field. And this do go back to the handler.
Looks like they'll be having a little bit of discussion about that pick call and whether or not it stands, discussing about, their position and how that might have caused a pick in this case.
I think the Jailbreaker wasn't too happy about that call as to trying to explain what is going on, but I think they did come to a conclusion. Jailbreaker to get back to position and Shazam to chase back up to where he would have been if that pick wasn't there. With the disc in, will Jailbreaker manage to convert this?
Another small upline cut and an easy pop to get the first goal of the game for Jailbreakers.
Yes, that's right. They have been able to, although the multiple turnovers, managed to compose themselves and puts it in the end zone for the first score.
I believe this is a break score, if I'm not mistaken, as Jailbreakers had the first pull, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
So that puts Shazam ahead. Jailbreakers ahead for this game.
Ooh, the casual looks towards the camera. Looks like Jailbreakers know they are on stream today.
Well, currently they're signaling for a 4-3. 3-4 ratio on the line. Or is it men's? Seems to be a bit of a confusion on the call, but I believe it's a 3-4 ratio on the line right now. A pull by Jailbreakers. Gets it in. Shazam trying to bring the disc up as much as possible. And a throw down the field. Shazam remaining composed, looking for options. And seem to be moving the disc with ease, and a hug to deep and caught by Shazam.
He looks for option and opts for the reset back. The safe option. Swinging the disc back.
Shazam showing that they are not afraid to lose that yardage. But however, it was an overshot, unfortunately.
They just need that little bit more of patience that would really get them over the line. They're already doing all the hard work by getting right to the end zone, and they just need to have that little bit of patience left just to be able to get the most secure shots right into the end zone.
Patience and perhaps execution. I've seen a couple of throws from this match so far by Shazam. They are not afraid to put that break throw. They are not afraid to put it on a distance. So I do believe that they do have that capacity, but perhaps maybe they're nervous or a slip off the disc. However, there's a hug going deep and Jailbreaker gets it down for the score.
Yeah, that was really a good look on the handler's part, and even better box out from Jailbreakers number 00. Now let's look at the replay. It was a very good bit on defense, but that left the handler really clear to make a very nice backhand huck straight into the end zone.
Yes, Jailbreaker really using the advantage of their cutter's height to get putting that throw confidently to their player to make that catch. So, Isaac, I believe you went down to talk to Jailbreakers for a moment to see what their team is composed of. Could you tell me a little bit about Jailbreakers at the moment?
Yeah, so Jailbreakers is actually a U24 mixed team from Hong Kong, consisting of a few players that have played in the World's Under 24 Championships actually last year. And we do have some of these players here that are graduating from that U24 status and are actually going to be playing in the World Ultimate Championships in Australia. I believe it should be Perth, right? This year, I think. Might be Perth, but I definitely know it's in Australia. And some of those included the guy who just caught the disc for the last point, number 00. They also have number 33 and number 21. Apologies, I did not get their names, unfortunately. But if you see them out, those are the ones that you might be able to see as well in the World Games.
Yes, the WUC happening in the 31st August of 2024 is actually on Gold Coast, Australia.
I see. And unfortunately, we have a turnover from Shazam, which ultimately leads to a nice upline cut by Jailbreakers, leading to a score.
Yes, that's Jailbreakers' second break point of this match. It shows that they are in control, handling it well, reflecting the results of their past matchups against other teams, other strong U24 teams as well. So here we are having the live recording of why Jailbreakers are the second in their group.
Yep.
And we will see very soon later whether they will be advancing to the upper bracket quarters or not.
It's nice to see some smiles and some peace signs towards the cameras. They definitely know that they're being watched today, so hopefully some of their fans or some of their family members are watching here.
Yes, do for those at home watching, do get more of your friends, get more of your loved ones to come and support, because here they are, grooving, doing their best, having fun, and showing what they got. I believe they do train very hard for this tournament, not just this tournament, but for the upcoming Worlds as well, right? As you mentioned just now, Isaac, that there are a couple of players that's playing right here in this field right now that are going to the WC 2024. So here, I believe they are testing their abilities, they are honing their skills, they are polishing what they want to polish. And, well, hopefully this will be a great platform for them to get what they want to get,
And a big hug from Jailbreakers to start off the match, giving Shazam the offense. It seems to be a three-man handler with a... Oh, unfortunately we have a quick turnover. The disc went straight to the ground, and we have Jailbreakers having another opportunity for a break.
Yes.
Right outside the end zone.
Yes, and a high release up at the top and a grab by Jailbreakers.
I need to see a replay of that, because I swear he hovered for a second.
Yes, indeed. Just climb the ladders right there.
Just look at that.
Elevation.
It almost looked as though he was about to have like a greatest throwback or something.
Yes, indeed. Quick thinking by the handler with the disc, that high release to space for his teammate.
Shazam in a little pickle here, trying to figure out what they can do to come back from this. It doesn't seem as though Jailbreakers has been pulling any sort of zone on them, so it definitely is a man D defense. However, I feel like the handlers have been the ones that are making slightly a little bit more errors than the cutters at this point. What do you think?
Well, I think it's a mix of both, right? The pressure that's placed upon Shazam by Jailbreaker is immense. Their players are although cutting hard, Jailbreakers are defending hard as well, chasing them down and making sure that even though there's a throw coming out, it would be a challenge for the Cutters to get it still. And yeah, they have been maintaining their intensity despite being the fourth game of today, and it's really good to see. And on the other hand, for Shazam, we originated from Impact. Impact is the club team right now, and I believe Shazam is their U24 subsidiary. And it's good to see so many young bloods, taking the initiative, taking this opportunity to grow themselves in their ultimate skill, and it's really good to see. And I've seen players here that join U24 hats, and they have now grown into a more steady player, and it's good to see, right? However, in order for them to get a lead here, or at least some chance against Jailbreaker, they do need to pull themselves together.
Yeah, overlooking that, you can see that there was a slight poach, almost got to the disc right there, but we see a nice upline from Jailbreakers, quickly moving the disc onwards, but unfortunately a bit of miscommunication between the two cutters there, and it gets tipped over away from them by one of the Impact players.
Yes, you can see that the players are saying, Jailbreakers saying like, oh, it's my bad, I'm gonna get it back, and I believe that Jailbreakers have the capacity to do that. A slip from Shazam, and now giving Jailbreakers yet again another chance on the offense. Jailbreaker, not hesitating, picks up the disc, puts a backhand into the break side end zone. Quick thinking, quick works, and a quick release.
Right now, Jailbreakers are zooming away with this match. But really, just how you were mentioning just now, that Shazam is actually a subsidiary of one of the club teams in Malaysia, Impact, right? I was talking to some of them, and actually, for some of these players, these young players here, it is their first official tournament ever. And I think that is really great to see, just like having that new blood in, getting the experience to play with different countries, having the experience to play with more mature members and more mature players all around from the region as well. I think this will, it's only up from here for them as well. So no matter what happens in the end of this game, I think the learning experience is so much more valuable than the competition in general. But yeah, we can see here I believe it is a timeout.
Yes,
Yep.
I think it's a timeout. As you can see right here on the live stream, the teammates is waving the club team flag, Impact, right, showing their pride to the live stream and to everyone who was watching. They carry that on the field, they carry what they have, and they will put their all to show that what they have been doing leading up to the training. Really, it's something to be in awe of.
Over here we see the Jailbreakers line with what I assume to be their coach, probably going through a little bit of how they can do better, some of the stats maybe that they want to go through, some strategies maybe, and yeah, we're waiting for this timeout.
All right, as the timer ends, Shazam to set up their line for the upcoming point. Will they be able to score once and for all?
If you're tuning in from home, remember to cheer them on in the comment sections, or come over to Putrajaya and watch this match if you're free.
Although it's the last match of the day.
Yeah. But if you're not able to make it today, come tomorrow. There are plenty of vendors here. There's plenty of stuff, people to meet. What games to watch. So, hope to see you around.
Yes, indeed. Do bring an umbrella. Do bring a mini fan if you have. It does get hot here.
Yeah, but Fortunately, at least, I think the sun has been going down through the evening, but it doesn't take away the fact that these teams have been playing, I think, three matches already.
Yes, this will be their fourth.
Yep, a fourth match already, and that is definitely exhausting. To see them still be able to, produce this much energy and this much grit to really go through this last match, I think really shows their passion on their hand. So a big hug from, Jailbreakers, with Shazam picking it up and slowly moving it forward. It looks to be a stack.
Yes, Shazam patiently. I mean, this good break throw to the break space. A dump back to the handler. Handler's looking deep and a hug to deep. Will Shazam come down with the disc? But unfortunately, Jailbreakers anticipating that hug comes down with it.
Yeah, there were more Jailbreaker players than Shazam players in that instance. And we see somebody going deep. Is he going to send it? And he sends it deep, straight into the hands of his receiver, right outside the end zone, waiting with nobody there. Everybody's running in, and he waits. He opts for the reset back, swinging the disc back slowly.
And a hammer throw to the end zone, and Jailbreaker gets it, making this their sixth score of the match.
Oh, and a little bit of a celebration by number 0. I believe he was the one that was also, slightly hovering for one of the goals as well. Looks like he's one of the ones to watch out for. A beautiful hammer here in the replay, and a open catch by number 0 in Jailbreakers. Not to be confused with number 00. I saw that one of the players has a 00 and one of them has a 0, so I'm guessing they both wanted a number.
Is 00 a number though?
Is 0 a number?
Now you're asking a controversial question. But yes, in the WFTF with the tournaments, I believe you can't get away with this kind of numbers. I believe there are standards and specifications on how you name your jersey, how you number it. It has to be consistent. We do not enforce that here. We give the players the freedom to choose whatever numbers they want. If they want to remain consistent, they may. And if they choose not to comply to it, we're okay with that too.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not a with diff event, and thus there are no regulations on that. Merely because I think there are some teams that are pickup teams, or they may not have a jersey for that. But anyway, going back into the game, we see a pull by the Jailbreakers, landing around the middle of the field, an up line, and looks like there is a pick call. It may not affect the play, however. It's coming in on stall 2.
Oh, and a slip by Shazam, going deep, and he chucks it in. Will Jailbreaker get it? Oh, and it's just too far reach for Jailbreaker. I think if it's any time of the day besides the evening, maybe the earlier match, you would have laid out for it. But being this tired at the end of the day, it does take a lot to even push for that last push for that layout. And
unfortunately, a quick turnover for Shazam as the hammer comes out with a handler-initiated throw, but a bit too low for the receiver in this case. So Jailbreakers has another shot to break.
A big swing between Jailbreakers.
If they get this point, it will be to halftime immediately.
Yes, it will be. And a break throw into the end zone, and what a score. Quick footwork by Jailbreakers, really.
A little bit of a shrug of the shoulders and high fives all around with her team. Number 3 from Jailbreakers. And that brings us to halftime.
Yes, indeed. As you can see in this replay, quick work by the Jailbreaker handler into the end zone. Really showing how much they have honed their skills and how prepared they are throughout this match. And yeah, this really reflects. Looking at Jailbreaker, they may have a chance to play in the finals too tomorrow.
Yeah, I think in terms of Shazam, it is a little tough having not won a lot of matches in their early rounds, but they really have to be able to pick themselves up and understand that this is a new game. This is the brackets. Anything can happen after that. So they really need to pick themselves up in terms of the mentality to be able to go through this game and really do their best and fight for that. So you never know. It's halftime now. The score is a little steep to climb back up. However, if they are able to get a good pep talk from their coach or something, or maybe have a change of strategy or something like that, we'll see. Maybe there will be a bit of resistance, a fight back, maybe a slight comeback, maybe a full comeback from Shazam. We'll never know. We'll catch you soon after the halftime break.
Okay, and we're back after the halftime break. Jailbreakers setting up their line right now, as well as Shazam, and what looks to be a 4-3 ratio.
I'm just looking a little bit at the screen and I see a bit of wind, if I'm not mistaken, from the left to the right. But I'm not too sure, so I don't want to, say it too strong. But yeah, they are definitely checking the wind right now. It seems like it's getting a little bit stronger, and that might affect some of the plays. So we'll see how both teams, deal with this change in weather.
Yes, in Malaysia, it is very common for the wind to pick up around the evening, around 4 p.m. to 5. It is quite normal, and usually it comes hand to hand with the rain.
Yep. Yeah. Especially around this time. But, knock on wood a little bit, touch wood, sorry. We will not be getting any. Oh, that is a very, very far out throw to the opposite field. Far out pool, sorry, to the opposite field. And let's see if they'll be breaking this pool or if they're starting on the side.
Shout out to Trio Apparel.
Trio Apparel, Trio Invitational. I don't know if you can see the link, but yeah. Fakes
Yes.
off the first initial cut. Having a few cutters coming down, but connecting with one. Fakes the hammer.
Jailbreaker with the disc. Looking down the field. No options yet. Swings it. Maintaining the possession. Looking down the field. Gets it.
Swings it back. Opting, nope. Back to the open side and a quick up line. And he's looking, and an easy open throw to two people in the space. Both getting him the score. I mean, one of them getting a score, but either one getting him the score, to be honest. And
Yes.
that brings them to 8-0 Jailbreakers.
Yes, Jailbreakers right now not showing a slight bit of weakness at all, despite being the fourth game of the day. And that goes to say how much training and how much they've put into their athleticism and the endurance. And yeah, for those who are thinking that, Frisbee is just a rare explosive game, you just run sprints all day long. And yes, definitely, and it does put a strain to the body, the endurance you need to carry out that burst, and that sudden change of direction really does wear out the body. As you can see, some of the players wearing knee guards all around. It is just something quite important to the ultimate player's health, is that it wears the knee quite a bit. So for those who are playing in high level ultimate, please go to the gym, please condition yourself, please do some squats, strengthen the muscles around your joints, because you don't want to be out on the field getting a major injury such as a ACL tear or MCL tear, and you'll be out for a year. That is a common injury for those of you who don't know. ACL tears, due to the vigorous, explosive sprints that all the players take, and as you can see, the sudden change of direction really does rely on the strength of your knee to really execute such a high in demand movement, really.
And the sun, honestly, I think one of the biggest things is whenever I see Frisbee players after the games or stuff like that, the tan lines they have. But anyway, coming back to more fun things to watch, we have a huge pull by Jailbreakers. A nice swing back to the middle, Shazam.
You really want to be getting the disc out of that sideline, because it's tight, it is narrow. Players are putting a force, giving you a smaller space to get the disc to, and having your break throws in is a very good skill in your arsenal to get free, and being free from that trapped sideline, really. Getting the disc in the middle is much more preferred.
So right now we saw a little bit of a pick, and so the defense caught up with the offense. Still Shazam having the offense. Looking around, unfortunately a little bit of a miscommunication between the players, and the disc flies out of bounds.
I believe it was a high stall count. Shazam desperately trying to look for someone to pass. As the stall count goes up, the throw just has to come out.
Now with Jailbreakers with another opportunity to break. Getting that disc out of the sideline, looking for a quick give and go, but not to be found. Calling some of the cutters. Nice give and go. You can see the defenders trailing behind them. Oh,
And a D by Shazam. Jailbreaker getting a little bit too comfortable with that give and go, and Shazam just waiting to pounce at that right moment, and they did. This up line, will they put a hug? And it's a hug too deep. Will Shazam get it? And a sky, but however, he misses the catch.
super close. I think that was a really good bid on all parties' side. All of them, they had really good chances right there. We'll see a replay of that.
Yes, it seems like Shazam had their hands on the disc, but perhaps misreading it and not grabbing it in time. Now, Jailbreakers with the opportunity, but they overthrew it. Shazam now with another offensive opportunity. Will they finally get a score? They have never been this close. And unfortunately, it's a miscatch by Shazam. Jailbreakers, can they maintain their streak? Jailbreakers seeming more composed right now, not wanting to make that same mistake. Puts a hug in the deep, and it's grabbed by Jailbreakers, making it a score.
That is to 9-0, ninth break of the game. A very impressive run, if I may say so myself. And I think right now what's happening is, I'm not sure, but is that a gender mismatch?
No,
I could be wrong. Yeah.
No.
The camera's a little bit small, so I can't really see who it is there. But that is a really nice hug straight to the end zone. Comfortable enough for the cutter to get that.
I think what Jailbreaker has in their arsenal is this threatening forehand hugs deep. They are consistent, they are accurate, and they also do have the players to climb up the ladders to grab them down. It really shows that they are prepared for this kind of gameplay, and they are undefeated with this so far for this match for now. Jailbreakers wasting no time. The line is set up already to proceed. Jailbreakers looking at the opposite side of the field, picking out the players that they will be marking on this defensive point.
I personally think, in terms of the reason for this, big score gap, it definitely would be a little bit much due to experience. I think Shazam coming in with new faces, new legs, especially just for them to be having their first tournament, some of them at least, against players that have played for under 24 World Championships, playing for Hong Kong. It really is a huge bid, but
unfortunately, Shazam had overthrew that just by a bit.
Number 17 making a huge bid, but unable to connect.
Yes. Now Jailbreaker with a break chance. Gets it. Dishes it. Having a easy run on the offense so far. With a smooth upline. Will they be able to score without a turnover from Jailbreaker? This in the middle. Onto the open side hug, and Shazam grabs it down. What a read by Shazam. An open side throw. Shazam looking deep, gets an upline. And that was a travel call. There seems to be this stoppage, or was there not stoppage? There's no stoppage. Quite a confusing situation there, but the game goes on.
Yeah, I think being slightly young, maybe they're not used to all the hand signals, but a big break side around comes out, and it looks like there will be contact, and it is. Let's see the replay. I'm not
there
sure.
seem to be some technical difficulties on the replay.
But
However,
it seems to be a contact uncontested.
Yes, an uncontested contact. So the disc stays with Shazam. Shazam seemed to be frustrated with the lack of downfield movement. However, still gets it. Playing the dominant play between the handlers. Shazam swinging it, keeping the possession of the disc. Gets it, however, Jailbreaker reads it well and gets the D on it. These points are long. Shazam they are working hard to play that offense, and when they get the turn, they are working hard to get the D2. So this isn't any game that is for them to um, give up, or call it a day. They're still fighting, and despite the level difference, they are trying their best. They are putting in the legs to run, to chase, and yeah, it is really great experience. It shows great tenacity between the players, and just all around good to see.
There seems to be a sort of a call here. We'll see. Oh,
Yes, there is a confusion on the field on whether or not the call affects the play. Believe that since this is going back down near the end zone, that the call on the back of the field did not affect the play, so it stays.
just in front of the end zone, Jailbreakers is looking to get their 10th, and they do. 10th break of the game to Jailbreakers. It's good to see some smiles across the teams, talking to each other, discussing the play, what might have happened, and their point of view maybe from. Number 3 from Jailbreakers catching that disc.
Again, Jailbreaker and Shazam will be playing till a score cap of 13. Either that or when the time is up. So with that being said, Jailbreakers have another 3 more breaks to seal the deal for the day. Can Shazam get some points for themselves in this matchup against Jailbreaker? We'll see real soon. Right now, the arrays is a 3-4 ratio. Jailbreaker to pull.
And a big pull comes out from Jailbreakers, landing a little bit in front of the end zone, and Shazam moves it up with one going deep, but no huck coming out. Handlers move it around, get an undercut. Resetting it right in the middle, and the upline.
Shazam with the break throw to an open cutter. This is back with the handler. A break throw backhand into the end zone, and what a D by Jailbreaker. Anticipating that throw coming out and reads it well to snatch it off Shazam's hands.
I think what I really like about what she did here is you can see she purposefully avoided the contact. That in itself could have been a very, very nasty play if she did try to put her entire body to get that disc. And going back to the play now, we see a big huck by Jailbreakers catching it right in front of the end zone, giving an easy forehand for number 73 to catch, bringing us to 11-0.
I want to go back to, oh look, a little bit of a celebration there by Jailbreaker. I want to go back to what you said earlier on how the Jailbreakers, they are, good body control, having to, avoid contact and getting that clean D. Really props to them. Having to play in high intensity games sometimes, it's really difficult to avoid contact. It does happen, but when you do, it's these kind of athletes that sets apart from the rest. Having to have good body control and avoiding contact to get the results that they want. Really maintaining the spirit and performing as they intended to.
Yep, I totally agree, and it was really nice to see from their part a good example of sportsmanship and really understanding the game and its rules and the spirit of the game as well. with 18 minutes to go. I don't think we will be using the entire 18 minutes, as this game has been going by swiftly in favor of the Jailbreakers. Impact still needing to, unable to get a hold yet, but it's never too late for them. We'll see if this is the point.
Yes, they do have opportunities still to get a score against Jailbreaker. Right, we can see the level difference, but however, that doesn't stop them from trying to attempt to at least get a score on Jailbreaker.
Yeah, they definitely have to have their spirits high to try and get one more.
Shazam with the disc, looking for the upline, gets it, slides it to the open side. Another upline, a grab by Shazam to secure the disc.
We're seeing one too many cuts on Shazam's side, but a reset. And a nice huck straight into the end zone, and
will this be a score? And Shazam scores. However, will that be a call by Jailbreaker? There seemed to be a little bit of a contact that caused Jailbreaker's defender on deep to stumble and fall. So right now they are discussing whether that affected the ability for Jailbreaker. Oh, but it seemed like Jailbreaker was running towards Shazam player, trying to nudge him a little bit, missed the nudge.
Yeah.
And falls by himself.
We don't really get to see a full close-up replay. But we'll see what they decide to do here.
And it seemed like Shazam has agreed that that contact affected the Jailbreakers play on the D, and it goes back.
Well, we never know. It's always the people in the game that know the best and are able to understand if it was a real contact or not. So I'm guessing that the Shazam player really did feel something. A big swinger.
Oh, and a stumble by Shazam.
Running back to defend. Jailbreakers looks for the easy options and dumps it back.
Jailbreaker looking down the field and overthrows. However, is there still a chance? And it goes out.
Oh, he might have slightly given up on that. I mean, well, the angle we have is a little bit difficult to see, but it did look pretty close by to the line for me.
Well, as you can see, an attempt behind the wind is picking up, so there is that factor affecting the player's performance and throws. But will that be enough for Shazam to get the score? No, but intercept by Jailbreaker. Jailbreaker bringing the disc out quickly, wasting no time. The disc goes up and Jailbreaker gets it, although the wind is coming up and it's up, and Jailbreaker with the sky.
Ooh,
and the score.
All
right.
No contact called. Another exemplar of showing no contact, I feel, for that sky. It was a really, really good example of how they really had no contact through that bidding.
Yes, good body control, really. So here we have the replay. This goes up, he jumps and he grabs it, knowing that the defender might have been in front of the disc or in good position. He jumps first towards the disc and grabs it.
Really good. And you can see from the Shazam players showing the mutual respect, high-fiving the other players from the other team around. They know that that was a good sky.
Yes, indeed. All right, it seems like Shazam is one more to the score cap. Shazam? Sorry,
Jailbreakers. You had me dreaming a little bit.
I was stunned by my own words as well. I was like, wait a second, did I get that wrong? Yes, I did. But yes, this might be the last point of the game. Will Shazam extend it for us? We shall see in a moment's time.
Another big pull from Jailbreakers, and it comes out straight down into the end zone. Shazam picks it up and makes their way up.
Shazam bringing the disc up slowly, being wary of the winds that comes in. Throws it low. Shazam still picks it up, gathers herself, looking for the reset, dumps it over. Shazam with the disc. Looking for a reset once more. Dumps it up in the air and a stumble.
A slight difficult, I think, high stall count throw. Definitely was very pressured. And now Jailbreakers having the chance.
And they score the last point. That brings the game to a clean sweep by Jailbreakers, 13-0.
Jailbreakers should definitely be very, very proud of their performance here. And they're going to do a little bit of a celebration. Oh, okay, no, we'll be seeing the replay. A very nice break throw. Easy for the Jailbreakers right now. Smooth for number 97 to make that catch.
Yes, I think one of Jailbreakers' strength throughout this game is their swiftness. You know, on every turn, immediately you would see players going deep, you know, having to continue immediately. And that's what's been, I say, quite successful for the team, and really just converting that D point instantly into their favor.
Yeah, definitely. Right now we see them, both teams, going around high-fiving and really acknowledging each other's attempts and spirits throughout the games. We'll be having a little bit of a huddle after this.
Yes. With that said, this is the last game of the day, and we shall, well, adjourn today's live stream. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Isaac. Thank you for watching us today, and we'll catch you tomorrow.